Jose, and I'm going to be talking about my evaluation for Unit 11. And so this unit was slightly different. This is all about progression, all about who we are, what skills we have, and reflection, really. And so this unit is also about university applications, personal statements, show reels, and all of that. What should we go on to first? So something I can start on is, let's go with the UCAS application and how that went. And so, when I applied to UCAS through the website, it was all fine. You log in, I created a password, all of that normal websitey stuff. And then we had to start filling out our university options and our information and all of that, so UCAS now has everything about us and can control us using the information they have. So the universities I applied for were Ravensbourne, Westminster, Regent, the UAL, and also Greenwich. These are the universities I applied for because I've looked at their courses online and they look like they're best suited for what I'm wanting to go into, with Ravensbourne and the UAL being my top two priorities of universities I want to go into. So far, at the end of the course, I've got a place at Regents, and the only thing I need to do for Ravensbourne is complete an interview, and that will decide whether I've been accepted or not. I haven't had a reply from the other places as of yet, but I hope I'll get a place at the UAL as well, so I have that option. Something that was needed to made for the UCAS application was also a personal statement. This I found quite a challenge, as I don't like talking about myself and all my abilities, and I find it quite hard to write that down onto paper or a Word document, as I don't know, I just don't like talking about myself. I find it quite hard to come up with the words of who I am and what I do. I know this isn't anything new. I know most people struggle with this, but it wasn't that hard, which I found quite funny, because I normally really struggle with talking about myself, but with this personal statement, I sat down and managed to get quite a few words. I did have had help from my mum and dad to help me with writing down bits that I didn't know myself, so I asked people who they think I am, and I used that as a little bit of a guideline to add in certain places. I thought my personal statement was quite good. It started with a line that I'm happy with. It's quite catchy, the beginning line, and it's something that I think, when I read through this personal statement, that it truly describes me as a person and who I am. The next thing let's talk about is my website. So I made slight adjustments to a new website I was making already, but on the level 2 course doing media, one of the units then was to create a website, and so I had already had some experience in using Wix and the website making. And so the website looks good, it's functional, it has all my previous projects, it has a gallery of all my photography. It also holds a place for me to showcase my show reel alongside the rest of my work. I find this really helpful for clients, future job opportunities, to just shove them a card which has my website on, which they can just get. Next thing let's talk about is my show reel in itself. So with this, I found it hard until I found the right song that fitted who I am. What sort of fun, sort of upbeat sort of song. It's kind of like a drum and bass, sort of a quick way, sort of like a montage of all my clips, so that you can see who I am, what I do, in a interesting short time, so you can see all my work and see what I'm capable of. I also added a second section to this show reel, which is just a slightly slower version where I showcase my cinematography, as that's the area I'm strongest in, and that's a lot slower than the original bit. I had that second because I originally had the slower bit first, but realised that the faster paced one catches your attention quicker and better. Yeah, that's pretty much everything for my show reel. I think this video showcases who I am, my abilities, and everything that I can do, all in a short 1 minute 50 seconds worth of video. But it has all my clips and videos from the past year and a half, from the past 2 years, and the photography from a lot longer than that. I'm continue growing as a filmmaker, and so my show reel will also increase and will change over the years as I become better at what I do. My personal skills, it's not addict, but I'm not really sure how to pronounce it because I'm really bad at that sort of stuff. Anyway, this is all about my management and all that stuff. As I've written in the thing, I'm not that great at writing my plans down into words. I find it much easier to go along in my head, and that's the same when I go with filming, which you can see in most of my videos, that it's not that well planned. It doesn't mean that the footage looks bad, but it's not. I seem to enjoy turning up to and shoot and seeing what I can come up with, and that's how I like to use my creativity. I know it's not the best, and I know it's something I'm trying to improve on, because I know that it's not good to curtain up and not plan, because I know planning is very important for what I'm getting into, and you can't just show up and then it'll be raining without you even knowing, and it ruins the whole shoot. And so that's something I'm getting better at myself, and that's something I need to improve on for the future, because I know that when I go to university, I'll have to plan and really push myself to get done what I need to do. What I was thinking about was, before university, I've applied all of these courses for 2021, and that's because I would like a gap year to work with Paul Press, who is a managing director of Offshoot Films. He's the one I'm really good in contact with, and he seems to really like me, and I like what he does and all of that stuff. Oh, sorry, quickly going back to the show reel. I've shown a few people, they seem to like it. When I showed Warwick the second bit, I added piano music to it. It wasn't really that well thought out because it was very different from the beginning bit with the beat side of it, and so I changed it after a bit of criticism from Warwick about that, which I'm really thankful for. I haven't at this point showed my show reel or presented it to the class, so this isn't. I'll do another vlog for when that's happened, and that's just the what's it called? The feedback from my peers and from my tutors, as on a marking sort of level. Going back to Paul, in the year I have off, I'll hopefully gather up enough money for uni, get everything sorted that I would need to for it, and also being able to travel and work with other companies on work experience, and just get much out of that year as I possibly can, so that when I start uni, I'm fully prepared for what I've signed up for. So that's pretty much this whole evaluation. I've talked about my skills. Let's talk about my weaknesses, because that's what this is all about. I'm not that great at planning or organising. That's something I really need to get better, and I'm working on. Something I'm also working with is improving my camera skills, because I may be good at it. I'm still learning and not the best there is, which is something I'm working on. I'd also like to get better at colour grading, as I just add a very intense LUT pack and it doesn't always look that great. Because the areas I enjoy most are colour grading and filmmaking, and I really like doing those two. Really bad at editing and all that, so I'm just putting my main focus in film work. And so that's my evaluation, and bye.